Yo, where the cake at?
Where is
Chef
it?
Matt, you gotta make that.
Take that, taste that.
Yeah, what's up
With the big man.
Cooking something better, no fake crap.
What's up, guys? We're here with Chef Matt again. That's me. And we're making a nice coconut bake, which is very simple. It's kind of like a little Indian, Middle Eastern, but it's such a simple, awesome, delicious recipe. And I'm going to show you to make it in a second. Okay, so what you need for this coconut bake is about 2 or 3 tablespoons of avocado oil for the searing, a can of coconut milk, about 2 or 3 tablespoons of chili powder, about 3 or 4 tablespoons of cumin, 2 tablespoons of paprika, about 2 cups of fresh peas or frozen peas, whatever you prefer, 1 onion, and then I'm going to make a rice with bone broth, because if you make it with water, you should not be doing that. You should be making it with some kind of broth or some other liquid. And I'll show you what's going on. All right, so I cleaned the onion real quick, and we're just going to do a quick julienne, and we're going to move on to the next step.
Jeez, don't cut your hand, man.
No, I can do this and look at you, my friend.
Oh, God.
That's it. That's julienne's ready to go. Now we're going to season our chicken. So I got a glove on one hand because I don't want to touch the chicken with a bare hand, obviously, because I'm going to be washing my hands every 2 seconds if I do that. So you got to over season a little salt and pepper on the back side of the chicken, right? Okay, like a lot of salt and pepper. And then you go crazy with the cumin. I like a lot of cumin. Cumin, whatever you fun kids want to call it right now, but it's good stuff. It's kind of a Middle Eastern flavor. I love it. I think cumin's underrated. A little paprika for smoke. Right? And then I like a little chili powder for a little spice. Right? And this is where the glove comes in handy, right? I already put it on, so I don't have to worry about it. Flip it. Don't have to worry about getting my hands dirty. The glove comes off. And I can season away. So, I think the one mistake that most people make at home that chefs do not make is you want to over-season, you know, especially if you're searing something or you're grilling something. It's not staying on there, and I'm sure I said this before, but it's good stuff. You want to over-season, and you know who does it the best? The Indians. They know how to season their stuff. Okay, cumin, and then we'll start searing away. Let's have some fun. You know what I forgot? Bray, can you get me some honey out of the cabinet over there?
Okay.
Thanks, brother. Yeah, a little bit of honey, sweeten it up. All right, let's get that going. I got my ass kicked last night at jiu-jitsu.
Did you really?
Yeah, this kid is a white belt who should not be a white belt anymore. I was like rolling with him. It's like getting holds.
Knees or something.
More times just punching and then like throwing elbows in, right? Kicking of the leg. You see a lot of it in UFC.
What's that, jiu-jitsu?
When you just put him in a chokehold. Yeah, grab his arm, go under his arm like this, and then fucking choke him out like. All right, guys. So I'm gonna walk you through how to sear the chicken. Where basically I put some avocado oil in a pan. I'm gonna put it on high. Let that heat up for a minute or two. I'm gonna get the rice going as well. I got a cup and a half of jasmine rice. Put that in there. And then you do double the liquid to the rice. So this is about a little over 3 cups of bone broth, which adds a little protein to the rice as well, which I like. Again, don't use water, use another liquid. Broths are great. I mean, you can use anything you want though. So that's in there. I'll put this guy on. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Bring that to a boil, bring it down to a really low simmer, and then cover it. And put a little salt and pepper in the liquid with the rice so you can season before it's done. And once this guy gets nice and hot, we'll start searing the chicken. All right? All right, so this is nice and warm. We're gonna start searing these beautiful pieces of chicken. Here, sorry, let me get my glove. No glove, no love. And let's hear it. That's what you want to hear. That's the sound you want to hear. It's a beautiful sound. All right, let's get the chicken going. And there we go. These little pieces in there too. And let those guys sear. Get them a little brown. And then we'll add a little onion and our peas. I want to get it nice and dark. So a little secret, if something's stuck in the pan and you can't get it off, you want to hit the back of it like this. And it should pop off. It's good with eggs too if you want to do something like that with it. But let me show you the color that I like, or that I think you should kind of go for when you're searing these, right? You want to get a little brown going on the top, right? You could even get them a little browner than this, but this is a good color. Kind of cooks, kind of locks in the flavor as well. So when I pour the coconut milk into it to cook, the flavor is already kind of locked into the chicken. It doesn't release the juice in the chicken as much. So that's kind of what you're going for. You're going to want it, it's going to be creamy. The coconut milk is going to kind of cook into the chicken. It's going to be really good. So at this point, I flip the chicken. I'm going to add the onions around it. I want the onions to get a little sear before they can fully cook with the coconut milk. So it's such, like I said, it's such an easy recipe. You just kind of throw everything in a bowl, kind of let it work for itself. Again, get the onions in there. If you can, off the side, on the pan. It almost helps suck up all the flavor that's falling off the chicken. Goes right into the onions. Really yummy. Also, we got our rice going here. It's on a boil right now. You turn it all the way down. Give it a cover. That goes for another 5 to 10 minutes. And you shut it off. You let it sit for about 10 minutes. And you're good. Mix it up and it's ready to go. All right, so I let these sear for about, a minute or two. They're kind of caramelizing. Let me move this. Kind of caramelizing. So I'm going to throw the coconut milk right in. Right over the top. All right, and that's what we're doing here. We're going to get that going. The coconut milk's going to suck up that cumin, the paprika, a little chili powder. It's going to have a little sweetness. I'm going to put some honey in a second. Here's a honey I'm going to put on real quick. Maybe like 2 tablespoons of honey, right? Get it right in there. Little honey. So now you got the sweet, spicy, that cumin flavor. I'm going to add the peas in at the end too, when they kind of cook a little more. And even now, if you see it and you're like, I kind of want a little more spice. Go ahead, throw a little more chili powder in if you want. A little more smoke. Put a little bit of paprika in the coconut areas. And then I love cumin, so I'm gonna always put a little more cumin in. That's pretty much it. And now you let this sit for 15 minutes and everything's gonna cook around it. And the last 2 minutes you throw the peas in, they'll be nice and fresh and they'll have a sweet pop. And that's pretty much it. And we'll check it out at the end. It's good stuff. Alright, so this is looking pretty good. I'd probably say it's been maybe 5 minutes now. I'm gonna let it go for another 5. And then I think it's pretty good. But you see how it's getting a little thicker. The onions are kind of cooked down to nothing. I'm gonna let it go maybe 3 more minutes. We'll put the peas in and I'll give it another 5 minutes, so 13 minutes altogether. Let's see our rice and see how that's going. So you see how the rice still has some liquid on top. Cook this for another 2 minutes, and then I'll shut it off. And the rice is gonna keep cooking, even though it's off. you want to let it sit for about 10 minutes as well. All right, let's do it. Okay, so as you can see, the coconut milk is cooking down and it's becoming like a sauce, which is exactly what you want. You want it to reduce a little bit. It looks great. I'm really happy with it. Go back to the rice after about 10 minutes. See the liquid is gone? That's what you want it to look like. Shut that off. Let that sit. That's done. So let that sit for about 10 minutes, the rice. The chicken, I think, has maybe like 2 minutes left in it. Kind of like I was telling you before. When it's like 2 minutes left, we can put the peas in. You can use as many peas as you want. I think that's enough amount of peas that I like. I'm going to let that cook a little more, right? As the peas are frozen, right, it's going to obviously stop boiling or stop simmering. So you want to bring it back to the simmer, let the peas cook, and then let it go for like another 2 minutes after it's simmering again. And then that's done. And then we're going to start eating. And my camera guys are going to be enjoying the food. All right, so we've had it on here for about 15 minutes. And I'm pretty happy with the sauce. The peas are cooked. The chicken is cooked as well. All right, so we'll shut it down. This is what you want it to look like when you pull it off, right? So once the rice is going to sit for another 2 minutes, pop the top of the rice off, and then I'll show you how to plate it, and we'll make it nice. All right, guys, so here's the finished product. It's a very easy meal to make. It's like I said before, bone broth with the rice, delicious, and this creamy coconut sauce that comes with the chicken, with the onions, the peas. It's so good. You guys are going to go crazy for it. I guarantee it. Please make this and message me if you really like it. All right? And like I always say, eat right and keep moving. It tastes good. I'll tell you that. There it is. That's the money shot right there.
Chicken coconut bake. It's really good. Chef Matt, you did it again. Woo! What happened?
Trying new things in the kitchen here.
Alright. I think we can slow this vent down. We're starting to get there. Just gotta add some of the final touches. But tell me that doesn't look good. It smells good. It smells good. It smells good. Chef Matt, you caught him again. Let's see what happens. See the rice? The rice is done. Got the chicken broth ready? Yeah, I did. Wow. Probably gotta pull it off, to be honest. We're getting there. Thank you, Chef Matt. How'd you do it, Cam?
Well, I followed the directions, and I just thought to myself, eat right, keep moving.